But she also didn't forget to congratulate her brother Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift after the Chiefs defeated the Texans, while Kylie admired Travis' unprecedented record, calling him a legend. You might have heard a few stories about my intense fandom on Jason's New Heights podcast, but I figured the playoffs is the perfect time to share with you all of the things that happen while watching an Eagles game in my house. Kylie, 32, said during the Thursday, January 16th, episode of her Not Gonna Lie podcast. Before I say anything, note I have a piece of wood to knock on throughout this segment, because that's how superstitious I am. She added, I can't help but feel responsible if I say something that maybe can be considered a jinx, and so, when you hear knocking it's because I have to. Kylie was born and raised in Philadelphia, eventually connecting with 37-year-old Jason on the dating app Tinder during her final year of college. She later said that she had no idea that he played for the Eagles when she swiped right. After getting married in 2018, they went on to welcome 3 daughters. Before Jason retired in 2024, Kylie would attend every home game at the Link, also known as the Lincoln Financial Field. We usually would not bring the girls, and would usually keep them home, except for one game a year, Kylie, who is currently pregnant with baby number 4, continued. They're not really into it, so it didn't make sense to drag them down there, have them in a place that was loud and overstimulating. We made that decision a while ago. Since Jason's retirement, Kylie has primarily watched the Eagles via the TV in their living room. I am a yell at the TV type, she quipped. The other day I got in a lot of trouble with my second daughter, Ellie, because I was yelling while the game was on. The girls do usually hang out in the same room but don't necessarily watch with me when I watch football. Kylie's fandom reaches new heights whenever the Eagles are in the playoffs. The team played a divisional round against the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday, January 19th, vying for a slot in the NFC Championship later this month against the Washington Commanders. Playoff Kylie is different from regular season Kylie because the superstitions take over the whole day, the pregnant mother of 3 added. From the start of the day to when the game is on, I will not check Twitter, and I will avoid most social media. I will not post on a game day, and that started when Jason was still playing, and still now. According to Kylie, she has to focus and can't even hold a conversation that doesn't revolve around the game. We have a job to do, and that job is to lock in and send as much power and energy, Kylie explained. I'm not going to change my ways, so if you do it with conviction. Go Birds. Kylie was absent from Travis' game against the Texans, but Jason was still present, in the VIP area with Taylor Swift. He was seen celebrating wildly after Travis' touchdown, before what could be the last game of Travis Kelce's legendary NFL career. His brother Jason issued a heartfelt tribute to his brother in his maturation in the league. Now in his 12th season with the Chiefs, Kelce, 35, has established himself as one of the greatest tight ends of all time and is seeking a historic Super Bowl three-peat with Kansas City. If he isn't satisfied yet, I don't know that he's ever going to be satisfied, Jason began on ESPN before the Chiefs hosted the Texans in the divisional round of the playoffs. He's such a competitive guy, and he's surrounded by like-minded individuals that are highly competitive by nature. The thing that I've really enjoyed watching, obviously the receptions, and all the stats and everything of his career culminating into some of the most absurd numbers we've ever seen is impressive. But I've loved just watching the whole ride, from a youthful, just like energetic young kid who's excited to be out there and happy to be realizing his dream, to now being this composed veteran presence, that still is angry now and then. But you've seen the whole career arc of him, and I'm just couldn't be more proud of where he is now, the leader he is. You can see how much the team gravitates towards him, and how much he's really embraced that role. Speaking earlier this week on the Stephen Smith Show, Kelce said his thinking in regards to retirement changes every single day. I'll reevaluate it like I always do, and I'll probably tell myself how much I love this thing, and I'll come back next year, he said. It's just something that you have to keep in perspective. I never want to get to the point where I'm not helping this team win. Kelce signed a 2-year, $34.25 million deal with the team in May. The tight end is still Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, as he led the team with 97 receptions, but his 823 receiving yards were his fewest since 2015. His 3 receiving touchdowns were also the lowest mark of his career, excluding his rookie season in which he only played 1 game due to injury. Nonetheless, Kelce was able to make history this season as he broke Tony Gonzalez's franchise record for catches. He also moved ahead of Antonio Gates for 3rd in receiving yards among tight ends in November. While Jason Kelce revealed his brother Travis' self-given childhood nickname ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs game against the Houston Texans, the former Philadelphia Eagles star, now an analyst for ESPN, headed to Arrowhead Stadium to cover the divisional playoff showdown between the reigning Super Bowl champions and the AFC South winners. As the ESPN crew pointed out how Travis was in shorts despite the low temperatures in Kansas City. They asked Jason if Travis was always the crazy guy in the neighborhood when they were growing up in Cleveland Heights. He was the crazy guy, Jason answered. I think we both were pretty reckless whenever the snow was falling in Cleveland. Jason then told the crew how Travis went by the name of an NBA legend he idolized growing up. He also told the entire block his name was Charles cause his favorite basketball player was Charles Barkley. Jason shared, "We found out at a block party cause all the other parents said, 'There goes Charles.'" That's the kind of kid Travis was. He was always living up to all of his sports idols for sure. He continued, new fan footage from the Chiefs' playoff win over the Texans has given an insight into the stressful viewing experience of Kansas City's most famous fan. Taylor Swift was once again at Arrowhead to cheer on her man Travis Kelce, and this time she was joined by another very famous face in Caitlin Clark. While the pair were regularly shown on ABC's TV coverage, new, never before seen footage has now emerged of Swift reacting to Kelce getting a first down. In the revealing clip, Swift can be seen copying the tight end celebration, before muttering, "Holy S***" at what she had just seen. On social media, fans quickly reacted to the new footage, with one noting, "She's got that move down," referring to the first down celebration. Another added, "She is so cute," while one wrote, "She loves that first down signal." On the field, Chiefs tight end Kelce returned to his outstanding best against the Houston Texans, after an indifferent regular season that saw him slip below the standards many expect of him. With just a point between the teams at the start of the 4th quarter, the 35-year-old Kelce reeled in a Patrick Mahomes pass to score a touchdown with the game on a knife edge. Swift erupted with joy in the VIP suite, leaping to her feet and hugging a visibly stunned WNBA superstar Clark. It was the key moment of the game, giving the Chiefs an 8-point lead. They would go on to record a 23-14 victory. Overall, it was a brilliant display from Kelce. In the first quarter he signaled his return to his finest form by recording a vital 49-yard gain that sent Arrowhead Stadium, and Swift and Clark, Wild, the singer and the WNBA star were filmed hugging and high-fiving in celebration in their suite. And while it was a tense game at times in Kansas City, Kelce made sure it was one that ended in celebration for his star-studded fans. Next up for the Chiefs is a visit from another rival in next weekend's AFC Championship game. All eyes will be on Buffalo on Sunday night as the Bills take on the Ravens for the chance to fly to Kansas City.